And we are back with the CONTENT content. It's Keith, and yeah, I'm actually recording something. What do you know? So basically, little peek behind the veil. I've played the first two games already. I'd played them before the draft breakdown happened, but with the magic of me and the Mancini, the amazing. Being just the greatest content producers of all time, it obviously didn't seem that way. Anyway, so my first match was against Fyerfly of the Skeptile gang, and his team was pretty interesting. So he had Crobat, Gardevoir, Flygon, Duoblade, Chesnaught, Lantern, Regirock, Guzzlord, Hatterene, Archeops, and Rattata. So basically he only had 10 Mons, Rattata's not a Mon. But yeah, this is what we were... This is, basically he bought the first 6 Mons he drafted, which isn't too unexpected. So my sets, if I'll recall correctly, that was just a basic Dragon Dance Feraligatr. This was a Whimsicott that had a bit of attack investment, but it was more sort of bulky. Had Moonblast, Geiger Drain, U-Turn Leech Seed, I think. This Berserker was Tough Claws and Choice Band with U-Turn, Seed Bomb, Iron Head, and Close Combat. This was a bulky Piloswine, Eviolite, Stealth Rocker. This was a Will-O-Wisp Hex Rotom variant. And it was specifically that because Chesnaught Chesnaught is Shadow Ball proof, thanks to Bulletproof, so yeah. And this was just the lead Frogadier. I decided to just make it more offensive, so I put an Expert Belt on it, Protein, and, Toxic Spikes. Because, as you can see, he has no grounded poison, so I thought that would do well. So these are the things I thought he'd bring, Feraligatr switch in, Water Absorber, somewhat bulky Feraligatr switch in, thing that's probably like Scarfer that allowed speed it, Spexmon that allowed speed it, he very, 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 very heavily prepped for the Feraligatr, I feel, which makes a lot of sense, very strong Pokemon, but that vulnerable, and oh shit, I should turn that music off. There we go. That was terrible. Okay, so we live with YMCA, the Frogadier, as they lead with Gardevoir. Trace Gardevoir. So now Gardevoir has Protean, and that's the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So I just go, okay, whatever, and we throw down a Toxic Spike, and we get Poison type. Thunderbolt. Choice Specs Thunderbolt, and we know it's the Choice Specs Stab Thunderbolt. It's dead. I don't think it was dead if it had Eviolite, but it didn't have Eviolite, so I should have had Eviolite on it to get a second spike out. But we have one spike down, and we're down to 5-0. Awkward as fuck start. So then I bring in Piloswine, and I know immediately based on the damage roll that it specs, otherwise I wouldn't kill. So I brought in Hilltop Hoods, and it's like, okay, that's good. And I clicked Raw. Why did I click Raw? Well, because I thought he was going to go into something else that was not Chestnut. I don't know why he went into Chestnut, because if I click Ice Move, it's done. Yeah. So I roared, thinking, you know what, I'll get rid of this. And I'll put Crobat, which is kind of lame, but oh well. He clicks Super Fang, I click Icicle Crash, there goes most of its stuff. He clicks Defog, because, he knows if he doesn't, he's gone. I clicked Raw, expecting him to switch out, expecting the Ice Shard. He did not switch out, so we just bought in this for free. Awkwardness, so I set up Stealth Rock. I guess, as you do. And he just went offensive at Ball. Fortunately, this is a slow Pokemon. But, because it's slow, meaning we got a nice Earthquake off, did a bunch of damage, it died, but whatever, this is fine. It's now 4 versus 6, but we've got rocks up and we've got 2 very heavily chipped Pokemon. Yeah, so we lead with Berserker Cat, aka Cat Empire. That's right, it had Throat Chop, not Close Combat, whatever. Click Throat Chop, that's a dead thing. This was a very sort of simple game. Now, here's the Flygon, and, oh, okay. Here's the Flygon. So basically, the Flygon, I'm fairly sure it's got Earthquake, and it probably has coverage for Rotom. So I think I bring in Whimsicott. Yeah, bring Whimsicott because I know it's probably got like Crunch and Earthquake. That's what I strongly predict. And either of those is just going to be absorbed by the Beach Boys. And of course, Crunch happens. Yeah, so Crunch happens, which puts me in a really good position. None of his Pokemon really want to switch into the stabs here. Like, Gardevoir cannot really afford getting the chip. Crobat is too weak. So I think it might even 2-hit KO Gardevoir if it's offensive, but anyway. Crobat is way too weak to come in. Chestnut, 2-hit KO. Flygon, again, 2-hit KO. Lantern, Giga Durant. Like, this is just not a good position for him. So that was really nice. But he brings in Crobat, I click Moonblast, that's a dead Crobat. Then he brings in Gardevoir, and Gardevoir, you know, it's going to take some chip, but it'll probably kill me unless I get the special attack drop, which is what I go for, because again, this is going to OHKO everything. This is actually a very scary Pokemon. Like, in terms of just wall breaking ability for tier 3, Specs Gardevoir is strong. But I click Moonblast, hoping to get the special attack drop. I do not. Moonblast, dead. But that's fine, because he clicked Moonblast, meaning I can bring in the Berserker. Actually, did Berserker have Choice Band? Yeah, no, I think it did. But yeah, we can bring in the Berserker. And this Berserker has a bunch of HP, so I know it can survive a Moonblast. And it kills it in return. So, he brings in Lantern. And, I'm about to tell you guys the super secret ability of Berserker. I just keep clicking Iron Head because why not? The super secret ability of Berserker is Serene Grace, as you're seeing right now. Look at that Serene Grace. Look at it. Look at it go. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, this is a very important turn. Okay, so it took a while for me to realize it, but eventually I decided to keep in Berserker, and here's why. If I switched into Rotom and he clicked Crunch, I probably lost. If he clicked Earthquake, the Cat Empire had a small chance of living, and if it did die, I bring in Rotom, which is free. I click X and I claim a kill, right? And I claim a kill here. Yeah, so basically that was the theory. Even if this dies, this comes in and claims a kill, and that's really good. Also, I don't know, if I switched in and it got crunched, then I was in the position where I had Cat Empire, which is outsped by those and sort of walled by that, and Feraligatr, which is one-hit KO'd by that, and I know for a fact outspeed after a Dragon Dance by that with a Scarf on it. So it's very awkward. So I basically had to just say, okay, I'm going to predict he's either going to crunch or I'll live the Earthquake, and click that. So he clicked crunch, and head dead. Yeah. So this is, as it turns out, a very good Pokemon. Big fan of the Cat Empire. It came in, it's gotten a couple kills, and I switch it out to Rotom, expecting the Drain Punch, which comes. Again, I think I played pretty damn well in this matchup. Takes the poison damage. In comes the Specs, which is not blocked by Bulletproof like Shadow Ball would be. Woodhammer does a chunk, but it's gonna. It's dead. We know it's dead. Hex, Death, brings in Gardevoir, and it's over because I had speed. Yeah. So that was basically the game. Short, sweet, simple, to the point. Yeah, it is a big shame that Feraligatr never actually hit the field, because that would be cool. But I got a lot of kills with Flank 182 and a lot of kills Cat Empire, so that's nice. But yeah, Feraligatr did not even need to touch the field. Granted, Feraligatr had a terrible matchup against him, but again, that's because he completely he drafted to counter it and not necessarily anything else. Well, not drafted, but sorry, built, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean. You know, like Greta just like Specs God of War is good regardless, but like Choice Scarf Flygon just I don't think was the bring here, because Crunch is bad against everything, and then Rotom is electric immune, so I don't know. I guess it also had speeds. Like a dog now, but you know, I don't know. I just don't think Choice Scarf Flygon was the best bring in this matchup. I think it showed. But yeah, that's just a quick little injection of content. As you can tell, I'm pretty tired, so I'm probably gonna wrap this up now and go to bed. Yeah, have a lovely evening, everybody. Good night.